Hey, what if I told you that building some serious self-made wealth has nothing to do with a secret formula or some crazy lucky break? What if it's actually about a few really simple habits that you just do over and over and over again? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're going to break down today.
All right, let's just get right into it. Because, most people are out there thinking they need that one brilliant stock tip, where they've got to invent the next big thing, right? They're just waiting for lightning to strike. But here's the thing, the path to real financial freedom, it's hiding in plain sight. It's not some secret you have to discover, it's a system you have to build. And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got the common belief, this myth of just passively waiting around for luck, for something to happen to you. But the reality? It's the complete opposite. It's active. It's about doing. It's about those small, repeatable actions that build real momentum. Look, self-made wealth isn't built in some big, flashy moment. It's built in thousands of quiet, consistent choices.
So where do we start? Well, right at the beginning, with the first two habits. I want you to think of these as the absolute non-negotiable bedrock of your financial house. Seriously. Without them, everything else you try to build is just going to be shaky and unstable. These are the habits that stop the bleeding. They stop you from losing ground, and they finally let you start to gain it.
Okay, habit number 1. Pay yourself first. Now, I know it sounds simple, but this is a profound mindset shift. It literally means the very first bill you pay when that paycheck hits your account is to your future self. That's right. Before the rent, before groceries, before you even think about spending, a set chunk of that money is automatically whisked away into your savings and investments.
And this just illustrates the difference so perfectly. Look at how most people do it. The income comes in, the bills and spending go out, and then they try to save whatever's left over, which, let's be honest, is usually nothing. Wealth builders, they just flip that script completely on its head. The income comes in, and boom, the savings and investing part happens first. Then they just live on what's left. That one single change, it guarantees you're building wealth every single month.
Which brings us perfectly to habit number 2, living below your means. And honestly, this quote says it all, doesn't it? Income does not build wealth. The gap between what you earn and what you spend builds wealth. So many people don't get this. A huge salary doesn't automatically make you rich. What makes you rich is that space, that gap you create between what's coming in and what's going out. That gap is the raw material. It's the clay you use to build your wealth. And listen, it's not about being cheap, okay? It's about being intentional.
All right, so once that foundation is solid, once you're paying yourself first and living below your means, now it's time to accelerate. Let's get into habits 3 and 4. This is where we start activating your money and activating your single most valuable asset. This is where we stop playing defense and we start playing offense.
So let's kick this off with habit number 3, investing early and consistently. Now, I just want you to look at this number for a second. $300 a month. It's not some crazy, intimidating amount, is it? It feels achievable. So let's just see what this simple, achievable amount can actually do.
Okay, now, let's add the single most powerful ingredient in all of finance, and that's time. We're going to take that $300 a month, and we're going to start investing it at age 25. And we're not talking about anything fancy here, no risky bets, just simple, consistent, automated investing. Let's see what happens when we just let it do its thing. By the time you're 65, that simple habit turns into about $1.6 million. That right there is the superpower of compound interest. It's not magic, it's just math. But, and this is a big but, it only works if you give it enough time to do its job. But what happens if you wait? You tell yourself, I'll be earning more when I'm 35. I'll just catch up then. So you start the exact same habit, investing the exact same amount just a decade later. What's the difference, really? Well, the difference is it's just staggering. By starting at 35, you end up with around $680,000. That's less than half of what you would have had. That 10-year delay, it cost you over $900,000 in growth. Let that sink in. Same money, same investment, just less time. This proves the most crucial point there is. The best time to start was yesterday. And the second best time? It's right now. And honestly, this is the golden rule. Time in the market beats trying to time the market, always. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop trying to guess what's going to happen tomorrow. Just get in, stay in, and let time do all the heavy lifting for you. Consistency is so much more powerful than perfectionism. All right, let's move on to habit number 4.
Now, this is the one that so many people miss. It's kind of like the invisible engine that powers all the other habits. And it's all about the one single asset that you can never, ever get back.
And the habit is this: protect your time as if it's more valuable than money, because it is. Money you lose, you can always earn it back, but the time you lose, that's gone forever. The wealthiest people on the planet understand this at their very core, and they are absolutely ruthless about guarding their time from distractions and from waste.
So this is the question you have to start asking yourself, maybe every single day. Is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to my goal? And look, this isn't about never relaxing or scrolling on your phone. It's about awareness. It's about being brutally honest with yourself. Where is my time really going? And then making intentional choices to make sure your hours actually line up with your ambitions.
Okay, let's get into the final 3 habits. We've built the foundation, we've started to accelerate, now we need the mindset, the psychological framework that holds this whole thing together. These are the habits that not only sustain your wealth, but they help you scale it for the long run. Habit number 5 is huge: never stop learning. I mean, look at the wealthiest people, they are obsessive learners. You've got Warren Buffett reading 5 to 6 hours a day. Bill Gates literally takes 2 think weeks a year just to read and reflect. This is not a coincidence, folks. But here's the principle for you. You don't need to do all that. Just 20 minutes a day of focused financial education will put you so far ahead of the pack. Why? Because knowledge compounds, just like money.
Next up, habit number 6, build multiple income streams. And check out this number, because this one surprises a lot of people. The average self-made millionaire has 7 different streams of income. Yeah, 7. Now that's their main job, sure, but it's also things like dividends from stocks, maybe rent from a property, a small side business, the whole shebang. And it's not just about making more money, it's about security. Think about it. One income stream is a single point of failure, but multiple streams, that's stability.
And that brings us to the final habit, number 7. Use strategy, not fear. This is all about how you make your decisions. The person driven by fear, they see risk everywhere. They think a savings account is safe, totally ignoring the fact that inflation is guaranteeing they lose buying power every single year. But the strategist, they understand that calculated risk is actually necessary for growth. They use data, they use logic, they don't use panic to make their choices.
So, there you have it. This isn't just some random list of ideas, right? This is an actionable toolkit. This is your roadmap, your path forward to building real, sustainable wealth, one simple habit at a time. Let's run through them one last time real quick. Number 1, pay yourself first. 2, live below your means. 3, invest early and consistently. 4, protect your time. 5, never stop learning. 6, build multiple income streams. And number 7, use strategy, not fear. You see, none of this requires you to be a genius. It just requires you to start.
And that brings us right here to the final and honestly, the most important question of all. Don't get overwhelmed and try to do all 7 at once. That's not the point. Just look at this list and pick one. Just one. Which single habit are you going to commit to starting this week? Because, learning all this stuff is great, but doing it, that's what will actually change your life.